Warren Buffett net worth $103.4 billion US dollars 2021. Hi. This is It's Billionaire Story. Welcome back to my channel. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Warren Edward Buffett is an American investor, business tycoon, philanthropist, and the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is considered one of the most successful investors in the world and has a net worth of over $100.6 billion US dollars as of April 2021, making him the world's seventh wealthiest person. Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska. He developed an interest in business and investing in his youth, eventually entering the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 1947 before transferring to and graduating from the University of Nebraska at 19. He went on to graduate from Columbia Business School, where he molded his investment philosophy around the concept of value investing pioneered by Benjamin Graham. He attended New York Institute of Finance to focus his economics background and soon after began various business partnerships, including one with Graham. He created Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956 and his firm eventually acquired a textile manufacturing firm called Berkshire Hathaway, assuming its name to create a diversified holding company. In 1978, Charlie Munger joined Buffett as vice chairman. Buffett has been the chairman and largest shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway. Since 1970 he has been referred to as the Oracle or Sage of Omaha by global media. He is noted for his adherence to value investing and his personal frugality despite his immense wealth. Research published at the University of Oxford characterizes Buffett's investment methodology as falling within founder centrism, defined by a deference to managers with a founder's mindset, an ethical disposition towards the shareholder collective, and an intense focus on exponential value creation. Essentially, Buffett's concentrated investments shelter managers from the short-term pressures of the market. Buffett is a notable philanthropist, having pledged to give away 99% more of his fortune to philanthropic causes, primarily via the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He founded the Giving Pledge in 2009 with Bill Gates, whereby billionaires pledged to give away at least half of their fortunes. Though the attempt was unsuccessful, his music interest was a key part of his becoming a part of Susan Thompson's life and led to their marriage. Buffett often plays the instrument at stockholder meetings and other opportunities. His love of the instrument led to the commissioning of two custom Dairy Queen ukuleles by Dave Talsma, one of which was auctioned for charity. Buffett married Susan Buffett born Thompson in 1952. They had 3 children, Susie, Howard and Peter. The couple began living separately in 1977, although they remained married until Susan Buffett's death in July 2004. Their daughter, Susie, lives in Omaha, is a national board member of Girls Incorporated, and does charitable work through the Susan A. Buffett Foundation. In 2006, on his 76th birthday, Buffett married his longtime companion, Astrid Mengs, who was then 60 years old. She had lived with him since his wife's departure to San Francisco in 1977. Susan had arranged for the two to meet before she left Omaha to pursue her singing career. All 3 were close, and Christmas cards to friends were signed Warren, Susie and Astrid. Susan briefly discussed this relationship in an interview on The Charlie Rose Show shortly before her death. In a rare glimpse into Buffett's personal life, Buffett disowned St. Peter's adopted daughter, Nicole, in 2006 after she participated in the Jamie Johnson documentary The 1%, about the growing economic inequality between the wealthy and the average citizen in the United States. Although his first wife referred to Nicole as one of her adored grandchildren, Buffett wrote her a letter stating, "I have not emotionally or legally adopted you as a grandchild, nor have the rest of my family adopted you as a niece or a cousin." His 2006 annual salary was about $100,000, which is small compared to senior executive remuneration in comparable companies. 106. In 2008, he earned a total compensation of $175,000, which included a base salary of just $100,000. 107. He continued to live in the same house in the central Dundee neighborhood of Omaha that he bought in 1958 for $31,500, a fraction of today's value. He also owns a $4 million house in Laguna Beach, California. 108. In 1989, after spending nearly $6.7 million of Berkshire's funds on a private jet, Buffett named it the indefensible. This act was a break from his past condemnation of extravagant purchases by other CEOs and his history of using more public transportation. In 2008, Buffett was ranked by Forbes as the richest person in the world with an estimated net worth of approximately $62 billion. In 2009, after donating billions of dollars to charity, he was ranked as the second richest man in the United States with a net worth of $37 billion, with only Bill Gates ranked higher than Buffett. His net worth had risen to $58.5 billion as of September 2013. In 1999, Buffett was named the top money manager of the 20th century in a survey by the Carson Group, ahead of Peter Lynch and John Templeton. In 2007, he was listed among Time's 100 most influential people in the world. In 2011, President Barack Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Buffett, along with Bill Gates, was named the most influential global thinker in Foreign Policy's 2010 report. Buffett has written several times of his belief that, in a market economy, the rich earn outsized rewards for their talents. His children will not inherit a significant proportion of his wealth. He once commented, "I want to give my kids just enough so that they would feel that they could do anything, but not so much that they would feel like doing nothing." Buffett had long stated his intention to give away his fortune to charity, and in June 2006, he announced a new plan to give 83% of it to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He pledged about the equivalent of 10 million Berkshire Hathaway Class B shares to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, worth approximately $30.7 billion as of June 23, 2006. Making it the largest charitable donation in history, and Buffett one of the leaders of philanthrocapitalism. The foundation will receive 5% of the total each July, beginning in 2006. The pledge is conditional upon 3 requirements: Bill or Melinda Gates must be alive and active in BMGF, must continue to qualify as a charity each year, BMGF must give away an amount equal to the prior year's Berkshire gift plus the additional 5% of net assets as required of all U.S. foundations. Buffett joined the Gates Foundation's board, but did not plan to be actively involved in the foundation's investments. Has represented a significant shift from Buffett's previous statements, to the effect that most of his fortune would pass to his Buffett Foundation. The bulk of the estate of his wife, valued at $2.6 billion, went there when she died in 2004. He also pledged $15 million to the Nuclear Threat Initiative in Washington, where he began serving as an advisor in 2002. In 2006, he auctioned his 2001 Lincoln Town Car on eBay to raise money for Girls Incorporated. In 2007, he auctioned a luncheon with himself that raised a final bid of $650,100 for the Glide Foundation. Later auctions raised $2.1 million, $1.7 million, and $3.5 million. The winners traditionally dine with Buffett at New York's Smith & Wollensky Steakhouse. The restaurant donates at least $10,000 to Glide each year to host the meal. In 2009, Ralph Nader wrote the book Only the Super Rich Can Save Us, a novel about a movement of billionaires led by Warren Buffett and featuring, among others, Ted Turner, George Soros, and Barry Diller, who used their fortunes to clean up America. On C-SPAN Book TV, Nader said Buffett invited him to breakfast after the book came out and was quite intrigued by the book. He also told Nader of his plan to get billionaires all over the world to donate 50% of their estate to charity or good works. On December 9, 2010, Buffett, Bill Gates, and Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg signed a promise they called the Gates-Buffett Giving Pledge, in which they promised to donate to charity at least half of their wealth, and invite other wealthy people to follow suit. In 2018, after making almost $3.4 billion donations, 156, Buffett was ranked 3rd in the Forbes list of Billionaire 2018. Warren Buffett continues to help fund and support his family's individual foundations, which include Susan Buffett, Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, Susan Alice Buffett's Sherwood Foundation, Howard Graham Buffett's Howard G. Buffett Foundation, and Peter Buffett's Novo Foundation. Warren Buffett was also supportive of his sister Doris Buffett's Letters Foundation and Learning by Giving Foundation. The current Warren Buffett portfolio for 2021 has been updated. Here are the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio holdings managed by Warren Buffett that were reported in the 13F filing to the SEC for the fourth quarter of 2020 at the end of December of last year. Warren Buffett continues to oversee and manage the Berkshire Hathaway Holdings portfolio with $273 billion in capital. Here is a snapshot of how the Warren Buffett portfolio was positioned going into 2021. Portfolio holdings by sector: manufacturing 59.5%, $162 billion, finance and insurance 25.3%, $69.1 billion, information technology 8.2%, $22.3 billion, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services 2.5%, $6.92 billion, retail trade 1.4%, $3.75 billion, healthcare and social assistance 1.4%, $3.68 billion, professional, scientific, and technical services 0.9%, $2.54 billion. The current Warren Buffett portfolio for 2021 has been updated. Here are the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio holdings managed by Warren Buffett that were reported in the 13F filing to the SEC for the fourth quarter of 2020 at the end of December of last year. Warren Buffett continues to oversee and manage the Berkshire Hathaway Holdings portfolio with $273 billion in capital. Here is a snapshot of how the Warren Buffett portfolio was positioned going into 2021. Portfolio holdings by sector: manufacturing 59.5%, $162 billion, finance and insurance 25.3%, $69.1 billion, information technology 8.2%, $22.3 billion, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services 2.5%, $6.92 billion, retail trade 1.4%, $3.75 billion, healthcare and social assistance 1.4%, $3.68 billion, professional, scientific, and technical services 0.9%, $2.54 billion.
Thank you for watching and listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for you to be updated on my next upload.